I don't think there's many more beautiful countries out there. But it was also a pleasure to get to see Doki and Stompn again. Obviously, I really enjoyed my last visit up there. It was great to go back and have a chat with them. You just get such genuine, honest conversations with them that, you know, it's really sort of insightful and fascinating as well to speak to them both.
Well, speaking about Chalet, given we're stepping onto it, this is the only map that we haven't seen GenG play ever. Or at least over the last year, they've played every other map at least once, of course, with varying success, but Chalet is one they have kept very, very firmly tucked in the back pocket. It is their permaban. For G2, we've seen them play it a few times, although it's not their favorite map, it's one that they've
Virginia?
seen them play. But make no odds about it, GenG are hoping to catch G2.
That's where I'm from.
Here. So it's a question.
Oh,
Can they
you got
overcome that team that everybody wants to bring down? Or
What is that? Wait, why did that? Wait, what is that? Why
are you saying start things out in defense here,
what?
G2. Gone through our bans already as well. We've seen the
I got a
Army
5?
and the Mirror
Said
coming away.
she rated you a 5.
Interestingly, they decide to Monty. That's not so surprising.
But they got Ty Dolla $ign coming to the club this weekend.
But it tends to be target bans against teams that run it an awful lot.
Game.
What?
Yeah, it tends.
Turn up the quality. I can't turn up the quality because my screen share.
It tends to be. Like,
Chat, that's loud as fuck. Like, y'all can't hear this?
When I was watching my stuff, that shit was terrible.
Oh, that's why. That's because that was turned down.
No, that quality does look ass. The quality looks fine for you.
I often talk about this with particularly with the shield side of stuff. It feels like it's kind of a halfway house to take one of them away. You know, you still.
Shit, I might, bro. We'll see.
To bring a shield, they're just gonna bring the Blitz or a Blackbeard.
Yeah,
I feel like it's either go all in on
nah,
it.
But no, I didn't know what Mingo was talking about first, but he told me.
Or maybe
Talking
don't.
about the
But I guess, you know, you can look at individual
Whoa.
teams and you can see, you know, maybe what they like doing as well, and kind of prepare for that a little bit.
You're not fucking. I don't know why you're
Maybe take away something very specific from them, but we'll see how that one plays out. So
I have a better chance than before you could get a girl in Indiana.
Just nigga calling me, bro.
1-1 in the last sort of 3 or 4 months, so you know, middle of the road. And
Yeah, sure, I
GenG,
think so.
Probably pretty similar, really. We don't ever see them on it. We don't really know too much. It's a permanent. Maybe they've been keeping it in the bank for when they need a big win. Maybe they just don't like playing it. We'll find out. But they're going to have a tough day of it today. G2, I think, have looked like top 2 or 3 teams in the world.
Well, that's ones ago.
I agree. Definitely not infallible. Of course, we've seen them have that OT loss recently as well against Falcons. So can be beaten, and that's why I think we've seen GenG come to the map here. They're not playing it for the sake of it, but they've deliberately come here to counter G2, I think. And you're going to see
Yo, tell him shut the fuck up!
do, of course. G2 could have completely transformed everything.
We are watching Stompn.
That makes for a very interesting game where both teams are having to figure each other out mid-rounds. That makes for...
Damn, always talk about some bitch.
Now, for now, we're on this top 4, as you can see. G2 for now, at least largely unbothered, have got themselves spread across this second floor. Probably get GenG figuring out exactly what their play needs.
Where's Stompn at? Stompn's on Denari.
Fearful of what's going on inside of Ivy. That window, always see someone flash up there at some point.
I have 2 parlays this game. Mall around.
Start things out though, and the king is dead, Tim. Down goes Stompn on the Denari.
All right, I need Alamo to get some kills.
Just taking away at least a little bit of manpower. You'd expect
where's Alamo?
Trip connectors to likely have been placed at this point. Asa manages to take down Lyra as well for a map that they don't ever play.
I hate this map. I hate this map.
The opening round of this one managed to get themselves 2, and G2 are left scrambling a little bit at the minute. The only thing I would say is not a single one of GenG are in the building yet, and that's kind of a negative for G2. You can't be losing 2 bodies when nobody's even set foot inside of the map.
Hey, Alamo.
It's a big problem.
Come on, Alamo.
That, though, Alamo with a beautiful swing there rips Azox off the rappel. G2 at least.
I have 2 parlays. Stompn over 10. Alamo and Stompn over 16.
So Chalet, I think,
0.5.
happen from outside the building makes you feel like border sometimes as well. There's so much soft destruction that you can make use of, a number of long angles, crossfires that you can set up. Very, very hard to play as defenders and feel very, very restricted by where those attackers are pushing from. Now, at least that momentary pause after Alamal's got one back, but still, as you say, Tim, I mean, they weren't inside the building until the last 50 seconds or so. They've still got a bit of coverage to do. Good nade.
Oh my god, perfect timing.
There for an immediate response. Deadshot falling down. G2, despite being in that 3v5, don't look too
Come on,
bothered
3v3.
right
Come on, Alamo. Kill them all, Alamo.
Last 20. This is where the mistakes start creeping on through, and G2 could capitalize.
Yeah, this is why I mentioned GenG not being in the building.
Come on, Alamo.
Yeah, G2 have lost a couple, which is.
Got one. You got one. He's not reviving.
It's without GenG really, you know, having
He's not reviving.
move yet, and G2
Yep. Alamo got 2.
and that's exactly what has happened. Leaves
Wait,
us now
yeah,
effectively
wait, no,
a
kill him.
2
Yes.
versus 1. Sky's taken off the double window repel, and that does
Nah, I didn't bet on
not look
Ravens
good
or
for
Lions.
GenG. They've got themselves into a 5-3, and then they've lost it from there. G2 able to fight their way back in. Like I said, not being established inside of the building when they got those opening kills, certainly not ideal for GenG, and they've been punished on the back of it. It's all been about getting in and getting control, and they were unable to do it.
I get what they were looking for there. If you can kill Alamau, for example, and get control of Master, get a shallow plant down, fantastic. And you got Skies in the
Yeah, remember, Stompn's better on a tag.
Losing the gunfights on that push on through, kind of set everything else up for a little bit of failure. You can see Stompn there tried his very best early round to get that swing out and pay the price for it. For me, maybe if Skies had worked his way over towards being on the piano window, for example, then had a bit of a pinch coming from that direction, things could have gone a bit better. But it was well played by Alamau, locking things down at the end to G2 on despite being in that 3 versus 5. Good stuff. Now we go downstairs, of course, see how things shake up for a kitchen dining defense. As long as, of course, this fly-through is actually what we're going to be seeing. I'm pretty sure we are. Yes, we are. Good.
It is.
So I don't know if it's pre-recorded or if it was like actually live, and now I know it actually is live, so it's good to know.
So we are going to be looking at a top floor hold once again from G2. You would expect it's going to be over.
Yeah, I need Alamo to get that finish.
Side of things, much the same.
I just need Stompn and Alamo to get as many kills as they can.
And they're going to want to avoid losing.
More Stompn though. I need Stompn to get more.
GenG even start pushing into the map. That was certainly an area for improvement for them, but overall, the round was a successful one, so no harm, no foul. Interestingly, it looks like we're going to have immediate pressure coming towards the library, so GenG may well try to get in on that side of the map and go for that full top floor sweep across. Just looking at what their hard breach options are, they have got the ace, that is all, so they need to be very, very careful that Asa is in the right place at the right time. They need to breach the office wall, they need to breach the fireplace wall into dining, I would imagine, and that will give them access to a plant spot around the bomb chassis, and they know a lot about G2's movements here, so GenG may have opportunity to punish them.
I'll do for now, just keeping themselves busy in the basement. It's what we saw between Falcons and Fnatic in a way. It's just being willing to use the full size of the map, play in the basement if they're trying to push onto the top floor, leave them to kind of drain a bunch of utility and time, searching through the map to try and find you. When you're very, very difficult to uncover. You even see 60 seconds here again. Like, no one's really.
Look at Laura, bro. Look at Laura. Laura plays plays exactly like Jay sometimes.
That really is about it. It's being so cautious about being caught up by anyone on G2 going aggressive, and compared to them, it's been alright so far. They've dealt with a Doki, a bit of aggression. Haven't quite dealt with Blaz though.
Yeah, Blaz has been fucking
cheeky little bugger, managing to at least get rid of the sledge here.
No.
Yeah, late trade came in, but Naquo manages to find Lyra 4 versus 3, and advantage restored to GenG, who managed to move up West Main as well. The battle comes in, and
alright, Stompn. Come on, Stompn.
Shots in there. It was a tough fight, but the opportunity was there to take Skies down. He wasn't able to secure it, and it's now Stompn 1 versus 4. This is a big, big ask to fight back. He knows roughly where the positions are based on the traces that are raining through the wall towards him, but it's unlikely, I think, that he's going to be able to successfully do this. Moves in, the plant goes down. Can he find the first?
No.
No, he cannot. Skies will shut him down. That's going to be round to GenG.
Fuck, this game is going to be scary.
Expected from them.
Could be one of those games. Oh, God.
We didn't really see it develop in that round, but round 2
I'm back.
certainly
Well,
was.
I think I'm going to order DoorDash. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
interesting there. Really interesting from the boys overall. Like, going from being so slow. Like, they're not even getting inside the building, almost inviting aggression from G2. Think about it. I spoke about it a few times now. Teams on the attack, if they're too
Blaz level up, yeah. Blaz has been carrying.
Yo, did Zach have glasses on yesterday?
And stop you from doing whatever it is that you're slowly trying to formulate together. And I think in a way, GenG are almost kind of leaving that out there for G2 and saying, oh, you know, okay, we are.
Even the glasses are going to sell them?
We're still outside the map here. Like, oh no, what a shame. And then G2, as we've seen, 2 players trying to go aggressive and jump out, run out windows, whatever else. They're the ones then paying the price, as GenG, it turns out, are actually quite prepared and aware for it. But not just that, as we get through the round, like we saw just then, they turn their heat up and suddenly switch from being a very slow team to a very fast team. I remember speaking to IGLs around the world at previous events and them saying the hardest teams to deal with are the ones that can flip between those modes at the drop of a hat. You know, a team like VP back in the day were always very slow. You knew what you were going to face up against, and although you might not always win your gunfights, you knew how to adapt to what they were doing. When a team goes from being really slow to suddenly being really fast, it can just break the whole flow of the round apart and make it really hard to deal with as a defender. So just really cool to see GenG doing that. It does obviously only leave us at 1 apiece so far, but it does set up some very interesting things for the rest of this half if they keep on playing this way.
Yeah, I'd have to say GenG certainly looking better than I might have expected.
Oh,
So far, a little bit of a hot breach there from deadshot. Not
3
really
seconds behind
breach.
Mingo.
I guess it's a breaching hammer, so we'll go with breach.
Yes.
Goes in through the barricade either way, repels straight on in and gets aggressive across that top floor.
Yeah, this shit's attacker
It's gonna
side of
be
chat.
supported by Azox on the blitz as well. I like this from GenG. You know, round one I said they were a little bit tentative about getting in, got their kills, but then it was the process of getting that map control that really cost them as they went on through. But no messing about this time. They are moving through the map quickly.
This deadshot guy's not even that bad. Like, he's pretty good.
Control. Haven't found any kills yet, but pressure is going to mount on G2 fairly soon, I'd have thought, as now GenG have got themselves established in Office and Master. They're starting to look towards Library.
This is like my second time seeing GT play on Chalet. The last time I seen him play was Zach's first pro league game.
You kind of know what to expect.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Zach
Chalet,
hates this
to be fair.
map
You're gonna
too.
see this little like trifecta defense up on that floor with sometimes the shield being down, the amount of barbed wire that G2 have got down suggests it's all about trying to slow down GenG here. Don't let them go fast. The Clash, of course, playing into that as well. So for GenG, it's a case of figuring out where do we find the weak link here? How do we start to break this open? How do we steamroll our way in? And a Capitana Blitz is certainly a great way to help with that. Not able to get rid of that barbed wire, which again is going to be a bit of a headache for them as they try and step on forward at some point. Fire going on through here, smoke's coming out as well. And this really should be the point where they can step their way through. But like we said, G2 was more than happy to
Stompn one.
down here.
Alamo one. Alamo dead. Come on, Stompn. We need this.
Alamo eventually cut down, so we're into a 2 versus 2 with half the round still to go, Tim. Explosive stuff.
Yeah, an absolute bloodbath up there on the top floor. We find ourselves now, as you quite rightly say, 2 versus 2. Smash through the Clash.
Best case scenario, Stompn kills both.
That leaves us with a little bit of a pause here. A minute left to go. And
Roses with the 2-1. Serpent with the prime.
They're just
Grab the
going
prime.
to use a little bit of that time to see G2 present them with an opportunity. And Stompn nearly does, showing off his legs. And that's nearly going to get the Jaeger taken
but
down.
Stompn knew that he was
does
going to res that
live
window,
to
so something
continue
smart.
fighting, but he's going to have to be very, very careful. Deadshot, however, is in the same sort of predicament. 35
He was bottom blue
seconds
last time I saw him.
I'm gonna say still got a smoke to use here as well.
Nice.
Bringing it out.
The last one, Stompn.
Deadshot out. That's what they
Oh,
also
God.
do. 2 to bring down and finds
Who's
one
upstairs?
for himself. Stompn has literally
They're
got
like
a bullet
sexy.
to his name, Tim. That's even got to try and find the head here. Can he drop in and get this Denal away in time? I don't think he quite can yet. Instead, bolts his way over, seen on the drone.
no, stop. What are
He
you doing?
sprays through the wall.
Oh, he's dead.
Not quite finding his man.
Oh my God, this guy's
God,
that.
What is he doing?
Thinks up towards
The-
the left, but the wrong idea.
Bro, wait, they're both
Down on the
ass.
ground with Stompn,
What
but Ace
the
still
fuck
finds his
did I
head
just
anyway.
watch?
It's another round going.
Yeah, that guy should have
GG's
been
way.
killed,
G2
Stompn. What the
starting to
fuck?
struggle a bit here.
Yeah, difficult
Wait, why
one for
does that just
Stompn
start
there. He's
walking
up on the
into it? I don't
hatch,
understand.
but you kind of
Thought he was planning
his
still.
bullets down got Asa off the plant. And I think if he just gives it a half a second more and he realizes that sound has stopped, then he keeps the vertical. He keeps the vertical and he keeps the advantage. That was his chance. He needed to burn the clock down until there was no longer really a choice.
Should have
to
just dropped
drop off
hatch.
the
Nah,
field.
if he dropped the
That's
hatch, he would have died
position he wanted
instantly.
to
The
put it in.
guy got off the
Very, very
plant.
difficult and easy to call it afterwards, of course. But as he goes over the steps and down, he gets spotted on the drone. They know exactly where he is, and then
If he stayed on the hatch, though, he might have like the guy might have crouched underneath. He might have been able to kill him.
Yeah, I think in his head, after he'd stuck 2 sort of 2 animation ticks on that diffuser, he thought he's sticking it here. I'm gonna have to drop down and do something. But yeah, very, very difficult. Well played from Master. Well played.
Absolutely. And instead, just building into things, that ability to go from slow to fast. G2 brought along a learn that they thought would sort
He's
that.
just 1
Obviously
HP.
had that crazy flurry that resulted in 3 dead on either side. Turned out that they could play however the hell they wanted to in the close, even if it did require a 1v1 to close things out. I've been the summary of a lot of tonight, I feel, Tim, is it's just been very, very close rounds back and forth. Like our last game, Falcons coming up against Fnatic was the exact epitome of that. Every round felt like it was going down to the wire for the most part. A couple of these have felt very much the same. I suspect this could be another long game to see us through game 4.
It's quite interesting. I'm just looking at the stats for these 2 teams as well. I was interested to see, through the stage how G2 have looked so far on defense, and are we seeing kind of above or below par performance from them? As it is, they're not doing too badly by their own token. They're at 56% defensive win rate, so if they can come away with a 3-3 half or better, they're pretty much on brand at that point. It's not too much of a problem. And actually, GenG are really similar. They're at 54.8%. So then I thought, well, G2 must be much better on attack if they've only kind of been winning, just more than half of their defensive rounds. So I have a look, and of course, G2 second overall on attack, 65.4%. Who is third? GenG, 62.5. So very, very similar in terms of their attacking and defensive performances so far. So it's actually not too much of a surprise to see, you know, what's coming out in front of us here. It is kind of what we would expect an attacker-sided Chalet. But the big surprise really is that it's GenG's permaban.
Nice that. Come on.
Actually playing it really well. How about that though? Stompn has
Needs to be awarded more.
About that last round and not being able to lock out.
Nice, Alamo. Come on. This...
Absolutely slams deadshot at the beginning of the round. Alamo manages to find Nick.
Another one, Zach. Another one. Okay, saved his life.
In on the action.
One more Stompn or Alamo. Anybody.
And it's Lyra who needs to find it.
I love how normally it's the attackers that call out a Dokkaebi call and make moves off the back of it.
Like how much
Here
shit
the
going on.
callers come out and G2 has said, oh, that's the go sign, and they're the ones that have gone aggressive and killed 4 players incredibly quickly with only one of them
This
being
is scary,
inside the building
chat.
at the
Wait,
time
so
of
you
death,
so
I'm
you don't
pretty
have
sure as well.
Stompn by himself?
I have Stompn by himself on one parlay and Stompn and Alamo
Aggression
on another
and
parlay.
not giving GenG any time
So
to
I need at
breathe.
least one of them.
Here, at least they have a conversation for the last
I
half
think
the
we got
round,
both of
Tim,
them,
because
I'm
poor
not gonna lie.
Azox.
But
I don't think he's
It
gonna
depends if the
win.
game goes
Zach,
7-7. I don't know.
Zach got all his kills just around attack, right?
Especially
Yeah.
given that he's not even inside of the map yet. The only question.
He was 1 and 6 on
at this
defense,
point
and then he
is
went
not where this round
11
goes,
and
but is
2
it
on attack.
Man, you just need like 4 or
G2
5 kills out of him.
know what's going on and
split.
try to let Lyra
Make it
get that
bigger.
last kill. We always love to see a team ace. It's
Honestly, I
quite
can't,
a rare
no,
beast,
I can't.
really.
Dude, I'm not like, this is my teammate. I'm like, bro, just jump off the roof, bro.
Alive.
I'm not sure. Where is
Yeah, I
Lyra?
can't say that
Lyra's
shit
in
in front of the
library,
dumbass.
actually, so he is over this side of the map. Very much a possibility.
Just above him. Who is it? Stompn? Yes!
Here. Oh, it was. I thought it might be Lyra. As soon as he dies there, I'm thinking Lyra was in library a second ago. But no, it's Stompn who manages
I
to
tried to put
find
blue light
him
glasses on
over
before, and that
the
shit's, like, terrible.
handrail. That's
Like,
going
I
to
don't
be
know,
2
it
kills
just
for Stompn then, and 1 for everybody. But
Like, it don't
Lyra,
feel normal.
G2 flawless round, and they get themselves back to 2-2. As I said, I think for G2, a 3-3 half, not the end of
I
the
need to
world
see
here.
what's on
They've been
DoorDash
better on the
because I'm
attack,
actually
and
starving,
will
I don't know
probably
why,
continue
but-
Ice and
to be
Panera
on
today.
Chalet, so, you know, I think they'll be
Wait, did you ever get that one
confident
thing
with
I told you?
a 3-3.
It just,
They're
it was hella calories, though. I ain't gonna lie. That shit's hella calories.
Absolutely.
Bro, you're like big as fuck. Like,
Cozy
that's
as they
650, like, what the fuck
continue.
you mean? You should be eating like
This
3,000
thing's
calories a day.
Nah, if I want to
Chelsea
gain weight.
Oh my god, you're not going to win. Doki,
Bro,
obviously, he's just
that-
up there
bro,
trying to...
20, bro,
Look at the mental
my
warfare.
maintenance is like
I remember
2,000, bro.
actually
You're
Turso, I
bigger
want to say
than
it
me.
was in an interview.
We weigh the
In
same.
fact, no, it was in the content before the
Yeah, but
APAC
you're bigger,
broadcast
taller,
where
bro,
he
so
was
you should be able to
doing
eat
the
more.
content
I mean,
piece
I
today.
could
He was
more.
kind of saying it's all about the mental
Like,
game.
I don't
you know, you
gain
gotta win
weight
the
and I
mental
eat
game,
like
and that's why it's
25
talking so much
I want
smack.
to say
I could eat more,
Things
but
get there, it's a little bit.
I feel like I don't eat over 20,000, but when I'm right
if you're
there,
somebody
I
that
just
it's
make
just
my
letters
way
on
up.
a
I
screen
don't cut.
and it's
I don't
like,
go
you
up.
know,
I just
absolutely zero
maintain.
effect.
I am not that guy.
I'm well aware of that, Des. But yeah, you know, if you can not get drawn into it and not get kind of baited by it, and you can just type a message and forget about it and get on with the game.
That was a team ace. No, it wasn't.
You know,
Stop and kill
versus
too.
somebody who, you know, maybe does take it a bit more to heart and is like, right, you know, and it starts affecting their emotions.
Bro, there's no
Yeah,
deals, bro. I'm
absolutely,
trying to
you know,
find a
it
deal on
can,
fucking...
Wait, Stompn skill got stolen?
you know, within reason.
Wait, Jay.
You know, it could be,
Oh my
Wait, that last
god.
kill, yeah,
very
definitely did.
important
What the
time.
fuck?
Wait, that makes no sense,
You know,
though.
from your own
Bro,
perspective.
why did it show
you actually
Stompn killing
be
him then?
unaffected by things like that, 'cause it's just, it's far too easy, you know, if it does start
This game
impacting
is so
performance,
ass.
It's just absolutely free for the other team. So
Panera bread,
let's
free
get
item
into
on
it,
20
round
plus.
5.
Nah, if I go over under, I want a
These two
refund,
at
bro.
the minute. G2 with
Whatever,
a very
six in the building.
solid round last time out.
See,
but
this is
GenG
why I'll be
obviously
good in
trying
Pro
to
League, bro, because I'm
answer the
always
door.
taking
Deadshot
shit, bro, and
comes
I'm
through
catching
there,
people off
takes
guard.
down
Look at
Dokkaebi.
that.
That's
That's
an
what I have to
entry
do.
for them.
I'm watching out for
GenG
element.
get
I'm actually
another
not
advantage.
Almost
Cool,
wallbang
Laura,
Laura.
I spoke to the softball as well. Of course, not finding the head. That would have been pretty
I do got
tilted
that
for
coming
Laura,
up.
I think it's
I
fair to
forgot
say.
about
But no, there's a tickle of damage on his way through. Azox also inside the building. So starting to build into a couple of them at least now, starting their entry in towards the map, because that is largely what G2 have denied away from them, is access to the map itself. Now they've got their feet on the ground. we start
Okay,
to
I
see
mean,
more
Alamo Stompn, you gotta get some
standard
kills.
rounds start to build up. Lyra now being hunted down and finished off by deadshot. Really is playing that strong entry role for his team here, creating space, taking out those that wander too far from the flock.
Wow, this guy
Looking
just
good
knows
towards the
everything.
third as well. Blaz going dangerously low.
Try this deadshot guy's nasty.
So far, Tim.
He had 15.
The strong entry roll, Des.
Oh.
There we go.
And there it is.
Cross map, but there'll be no running for him for the
Big
foreseeable
Asana
future. Yeah, you mentioned the strong entry roll. It's actually really interesting. Deadshot has been involved in every single entry battle so far. All 5 rounds, he's won 4 and lost 1. So it is currently 4-1 on entry, not just to GenG, but to Deadshot himself. He's got 4 entry kills. There was only Stompn that took him down. Interestingly enough, Dokkaebi has been 3 of those 4 entry deaths. So Dokkaebi certainly...
Nice, Stompn. Come on, Zach.
So far, Deadshot.
Come on, Zach. Zach.
Another
More, one more.
Double though to keep himself in it. It would have
Jack's
to
one of
be
these shit.
Come on, one more, Zach, one more.
If he wanted to be
Hey, fuck it, win this. 1v5.
and he's like half health.
He got it
Diffuser
in him.
can start going down and will.
Got it in him.
This is not easy now for the Denari.
No, it's
Fine.
really not only good
Getting one more here is
side
huge.
As well. Now that diffuser's down, it's a 3 versus 1.
full
He's
flash.
full white screen. Has no idea that Naqo got him behind piano. He gets the shutdown he's looking for too. A great round.
Whoa, you can't drink those.
Yourself, you know, Deadshot has been that entry player. Admittedly, it's
drinking?
hard for anyone
Rebel,
else to
you
get
can't drink
involved
those
when
during the
3 of
game.
them are outside the building for half
Wow.
a round. But
Cuz,
when
bro, that's just
Deadshot has
crack.
got in and capitalized off the information they're providing when they've hunted down these roamers, he's been a cracking shot to get rid of them.
He has. He's been really doing some damage, and it's definitely something G2 need to think about, and GenG need to support. You know, whilst he's hot like that,
It's
keep
funny.
the drones in front of him, keep the intel coming, keep the opportunities
Getting
there for
scammed
him.
all out
Gets
now.
himself a 3K on top of it in the round, and effectively wins the round for his team. So great stuff from Deadshot.
He's
and
out
good
nowhere.
stuff from GenG as they found themselves now 3-2. Not ideal, but he
He's trying to handicap himself for the round. It's fine.
he'd already done the work back then. Like, you know, it wasn't a problem at all. But yeah, overall, good stuff from GenG. Another good attack going in there and making life difficult for G2. So round 6 and final defense. G2 need to win this one, I think, if they want to be looking at a regulation win. I'm not saying they can't do it on the attack of Chalet from a 4-2 down. and get
This shit is
a 5-1.
attacker sided, bro. Like, what are you saying?
It's looking difficult from a GenG that actually seemed pretty well
jerked it,
set
Timo.
up to play Chalet at the minute, you know, considering it's one that they normally ban out. So yeah, I think G2 need to get this round if they want to be going on for a full 3 points.
Absolutely. Well, something needs to change on that G2 camp because this could prove to be a 4-2 half. I think it's fair to say both teams probably saw this map being decided on the attack, and you'll see a different G2 when we get onto that second half. Equally, we'll see
get to
a
the store
different
later.
GenG, and they'll know that there's a hard task before them. They need to be the ones to go aggressive and disrupt
Some like
G2.
sodas, waters.
Certainly a tall order, but the two of them being very, very similar in stats, I think tells you the full story, Tim, in that both have got identical playstyles here, and it is going to be just blow for blow as it has been already across those first 5 rounds.
All right, Alamo and Stompn. Need y'all too. Come on, work together.
Let's see where the first engagement is going to come this time. So basically, where is Deadshot? It's actually Azox that's gone in first, supported by Skies. Deadshot
Come on,
is
Zach.
gonna be holding his angle for now. Will find himself in a goo man as he does come into Master. And he continue that great run of entry kills he's had. It looks like Skies is particularly going to be the one chasing things down here, and Stompn knew he was in a difficult position, but just bides his time and manages to make his escape. But already top floor control.
So they're at 8. They
is
need 8 more kills, right?
towards
Or like,
GenG.
Yeah, they 8 together. Stompn needs 6 more. Or Stompn's line 10.5.
The entry too early on here as well.
10.5?
I think so.
Much more withdrawing this round is
It was 9 yesterday, but they could have bumped like probably. So he probably does need 11. Tens to push.
Directly just yet. We've got the top floor control. We're halfway through that round. Still a lot more work to do.
No, he shouldn't have 5. Someone's
Chalet
took his
can be
kill.
Quite a nice map for attackers. You know, again, lots of soft balls, lots of ways into the map in which you.
Stompn. I need 16.5 for him and Alamo. And then he needs 10. No, he needs 10 to go over. It's 9.5. It's 9.5.
Behind this bookcase, I don't know if they actually know that he's there at this point. If they do, he's there.
This shit was like
If
9
they
yesterday, I
don't,
think.
Come on.
well, he's
Who is
screwed.
that? Who is that? Stompn. Come on, Zach.
Stompn's just going to
Nah, Lawyer's in the best spot right now.
those stairs now knows.
Come on, Zach.
Skies has got himself established out in Ivy, so he's just going to back off a little bit. Nade will be sent, but will be picked up by the magnet of Lyra. So that's just going to keep Stompn safe a little bit longer. 50 seconds left to go. G2 actually looking pretty comfortable.
Nice,
here. They
Stokie.
haven't
I mean,
been
I don't
picked
really
apart.
want you to get
Stokie
kills, but
manages to find
fuck it.
Scars. That's the entry they needed, and also the improvement for
All right,
Doki to
Alamo, get off my
into the
team.
game. Deadshot
What is-
does pick up
what
Alamo
is
as he's on his way
Alamo
back
doing,
inside
man?
the map. That levels things out at 4 versus 4, but with 35 seconds left to
Where's
go. you
Stompn, bro?
feel
Come on,
there's a
Stomp.
lot of work to be done by
No.
GenG. They do start doing it.
No,
Deadshot
Alamo,
on a
you
double. He's
cannot lose
absolutely
that,
flying at the
I told you,
minute.
bro. This
The red
Deadshot guy is
flag,
nasty,
surely not,
bro.
Des.
How on earth has he got away with that one, Tim? I thought for sure Laura would have his name for free.
Come on, Blaz. I've seen him before, Blaz.
He's deleted him and then spun for a second.
Oh, bad aim.
And it's still got fire in his belly, but it's aces to close things out.
What is it, a 4-2 split?
I low-key won a 4-2 split, though.
This is good for you.
Deadshot
Yeah.
so
Good for you.
far.
Because it's
Yeah,
negative
it
2 on
really
tap
is,
now.
and as I said, I feel like that puts
Chat, I
them
told you
a
the
bit
Deadshot
back.
guy's
It'll be
nasty,
a
bro.
5-1 half required for them
on.
to win this in
Are you in the same
regulation,
game?
given the way they've been playing so far as well.
dropped
I think
15
it's a big
yesterday.
ask, despite their superior attacking numbers when you look at the stats. going to be really tough for them. The honest truth is they need, I think, the first 3 rounds of this. I think they need to go for a complete sweep, put GenG backs to the wall and say there's nowhere that you are.
This isn't bad though. I mean, but fuck, Stompn or Alamo didn't get a kill there.
To win everywhere. Without that, I think if GenG even get one of these first 3 rounds, they start looking at getting themselves onto a guarantee of overtime, if nothing else.
Absolutely. However, always 2 halves to a game of Siege. We'll see if G2 can come out with a lights out performance, or maybe who knows, maybe they crumble here and instead it's GenG to battle their way through to a win. That will certainly make things spicy, because I think as much as we all look at, as you said, G2 probably a top 3 team in the world right now. GenG have definitely leveled up themselves, and I think it's only because of last stage that we don't look at them and go, wow, these guys are actually a real serious team right now. They've only lost 1 more game than G2. They're on 10 points, 3 points below G2. If GenG win this game 7-4 or better, they take, in fact, even better than that, 7-5, and they would still just jump over perfectly fine. So as long as they win in regulation, they jump over G2 and slide into 2nd place behind Falcons.
Falcons in the first round?
Serious stuff at the minute. Why is GenG?
Well, they just played.
And, you know, they were a little bit quiet at times through
but it goes off points though, so they would have to beat them like good. And this is gonna be a close game, so I don't think they get a lot of points.
If you look at, you know, those kind of group of new teams,
I think
WoW, GenG.
I don't even know how this shit works. I don't know how the points work.
WoW are on a massively upward trajectory at the
because they just said if they 7-4 them, then they
just taken it to that.
I can't look at my phone charger.
They've kind of elevated themselves through stage 2, and this
Alright,
is
Stompn's on Roar, Alamo's on Twitch.
And like I say, if they get anything more than 1 round in the next 3, they are looking good to take a full 3 points, and as you quite rightly say, jump themselves to the almost top of the table. They'll just be behind Falcons.
Will make things very, very interesting.
Yeah, Doki and Laura haven't been playing that good recently.
Reminder, of course, we've still got 3 more play days to go yet as well, which is going to make things really interesting with some of those teams that are fighting it out in the middle. You know, you've got GenG,
BDS, taking ground fast,
Wild all up there. Usual suspects, Secret are starting to creep their way back up too. We're all still kind of hoping Virtus Pro wake up, but it feels a little too late now for that to happen. So there's definitely going to be some teams that probably deserve to be in our playoffs.
Like it's hiding in the office, though. You don't know, right? My trigger was just going to...
Exactly. Near the bottom of the table. They're fighting incredibly well. Stompn,
but why is he not waiting for a drone, though? I don't understand.
Holds firm, looks for a second, but no, Doki.
Oh my god, they're getting shitted on.
There for a trade. It is like a game of ping pong.
But that's like the first time I didn't see Zach wait for a drone, though.
Over the table. But it's GenG who have the numbers advantage.
I mean, honestly, he knew.
Yeah, it feels like GenG was playing the trade game really well.
Yeah, the
teamwork. They're there, they are together. There's always somebody to try and.
We need a game order 2-1. We need Lord or not Lord. Alamo to get some kills here.
He was put in a bad position. He was having to kind of backpedal a little bit.
Nice.
He's thinking about ammo when he's thinking about all sorts of things. Again, trade comes in.
Yo, they're getting.
I'm not gonna lie. There is a lot of trades, so like just trade everything.
What are you?
3v2 becomes 3v1 as deadshot picks up Moira, and all of a sudden it's looking like. I'm talking about one of the next 3 rounds. They're going to get the very first. They're going to back it up and maybe go for even more here, GenG. This is going to be 5-2.
Can't even get one.
Cannot get it done with the DMR. And that is going to be GenG looking good on the defense, just like they did on the attack. I don't think teams are going to be rushing to play on Chalet after this.
No, like I said, it was a perma-ban, and they were definitely only bringing it out to try and bring down G2 on it. No tape on them playing this map, no previous results to go off of. It is literally a total dark horse map almost coming out for GenG, because they know that a win against G2 leads to some big points that they can sorely need. Again, they jump over G2. If they win this game, they're then guaranteed to basically be in our playoffs, I'm pretty sure. They'll probably still get caught by some of our teams that are a bit lower down, but assuming they get any points at all for the rest of this stage, I'm then pretty sure they're safe and secure.
They're getting shitted on right now.
Playoffs.
They're going to lose it because they think they should beat them, so they didn't take it serious.
Tim, it is not going according
I mean, you
can
say that, but like,
no, absolutely not.
No, GenG's not bad. I think GenG's like one of the best teams that are like a shitty team, like out of Mako and like out of like Fnatic and out of Wolves. I think like GenG's like the best. So like, it's not even like they should like just be
big
trolling.
changes are needed. They're
GenG's pretty good.
Losing out in every category.
They're not good, but they're like good.
You know, on the end.
But I'm sure they're better than all the shit.
In a BO1, GenG can beat G2. In a BO3, they can't.
It's 5-2 in favor of GenG. Deadshot is on a storm himself.
I mean, realistic comeback though, so we'll see. That's what you're hoping for.
4-1 of which is entry.
So we'll see.
86% cost for both him and Asta. They are effective in so many of these rounds.
That's their good stage. I don't know. That's the other thing.
On the side of GenG here as well. You know, some of the players have been a little bit quiet. It's difficult when you've got deadshot running around killing everybody, of course, you know, to find that space for yourself. But the point is, even with a couple of quiet rounds, there's always the opportunity for somebody like Skies, Azox to step up and get more involved. And it feels like they're definitely capable of doing that. So 5-2 GenG, they are looking very, very confident. They're going to move on to dining and kitchen this time. So it's going to be the other mid-floor side. It's going to be more of that top floor hold. This time the opposite side of the map. G2 likely will try and get themselves in, I would imagine, through library and move across from there.
More control, I think, is definitely.
I mean, Laura hasn't been playing good this stage either, though, right?
Yeah, no, Laura and Doki haven't been playing good the past like 2 stages.
Nah, Laura played good.
Or not? No, I meant this stage. Sorry. I meant like 2 games. 2 games.
The ability to pull off a team-based execute, it's going to sting. And so I think we need to be playing more as a team, as we sort of said, but in a different way. Be looking to try and catch up these players that are more isolated earlier on. But here you've got 2 players down in the basement, 3 up on that top floor. 1 at the right now.
Don't QE's only warning.
Blue stair, on library stairs. Hard punishable, assuming they can lean into that and get
didn't plan on queuing it anyway, bitch.
Part of the map. But now at least they tried to drone in towards Big Car Garage to figure out where these guys downstairs are, and they found out onto Naquo. He's not going to stay in one place for too long. Moves himself away back.
Chat, do they need to sub me in? Be honest. Chat, do they need to sub me in?
A mouse I've got to deal with.
Beautiful nade throw there, straight in through the window into the bathtub. Will not get any joy out of it though.
All right.
GenG just going to move around that. I was going to say, please take out the drone. They will do so. Skies sees it.
Bro, this kid looks like I mean, this dude looks like an old ass man.
I'm not like Jay. They lose this round. GG.
100%. But the Skies dude looks like an old ass man. He has to be at 30, right?
Who?
Looking a bit more tentative.
Skies.
I don't know. He was on Skies. Was on Fnatic though. Pretty sure. Or was he on Wolves? It was one of them.
You know, let's just take our time a little bit. Let's try and put positions and let's try and make sure that we're, you know, playing to our advantage.
Yeah, GG's, bro. What am I?
G2 can't even drop no one, bro, because they just like did good.
Oh my god, they're actually gonna lose. My parlay's shocked.
This could be
Alamo.
Zach got 2 right there.
Zach got 1.
No, did he?
G2 get a flurry of kills in the middle of the round. 1 minute 10 left to go.
We need this round bad.
Wait, grab bomb. I mean, he's probably not gonna have nowhere to plant. He's gonna have to plant, and then Blast is gonna have to go upstairs and try to get
if you can. The tribe with GenG have
they definitely a spot to plant, and then they go.
Made it really hard for G2 to do that. It's got to the point where things are at least close, but can they get the diffuser down?
I feel like baiting the I feel like you can kill people through verse so easily.
Floor is still held by GenG.
Yeah, like someone hold them, but like, but then again, but one could just run. Okay, well, Alamo upstairs.
And Alamo to go big and keep it going.
Bait the plant.
At the very least,
bait the plant. Oh my god, he has no idea, Alamo. He has no idea, Alamo.
Plant is going to start to
nice! Alamo, get the last. Nice!
Times it perfectly. Alamo manages
to
make a move as well. And G2 in the 2v2.
Samba got 1, Alamo got 2 there.
Get themselves a round fight back.
It's actually good. It's actually good. We just need more round ones now.
G2, I think.
We need Samba to get like a 3K.
As I said, they need 2 out of 3 minimum to begin with.
You got a parlay, Jay, or no?
3 would have been better.
Nah, don't.
But yeah, get yourself the next one. And it's 5-4. Level things up.
Right, put that shit on BJ gang.
It's anybody's, but
what's
I'm
up,
not sure
y'all boys?
GenG are going to allow that to happen.
Shit, nothing.
Chilling.
No. I don't think they'll make it easy for them for sure.
We're winning right now.
GenG feel like they've got more of the map to play with. I think like G2 weren't the kind of like flood in, rush, punish. They've tried to do that throughout this half and hasn't gone super well. This one much more composed when they started out slow. Definitely got a bit scrappier thing in the mid round.
All right, Stompn and Alamo have 11 together. I need them to get 6 more.
Back and forth, however,
together.
Very, very well. Still trying to figure their way through the play style of GenG a bit.
But I need Stompn to get 5 more.
What map is it, bro?
And we've got those double architecture.
Chalet.
And the castle being
no, like in the. It's 101, right?
Yeah, they don't do the others.
To chew through before they can even think about trying to take a gunfight.
It's interesting choice to see Alamo moving away to the door a bit. That's going to just give a little bit less of an option. He's moved away from the Ash.
Blaz turned up. Yeah, Blaz has been doing good the past couple this stage.
With those mirror windows, which they now don't have, so they're going to need to maybe do that from below. They're either going to have to push in horizontally and just try and smash the glass. But it is going to give deadshot a little bit of freedom if he's playing in behind those black mirrors to get some value out of them. So see how that plays out. I like the dog big great pick, don't get me wrong, you know, that global phone call able to help track down the roamers, but I feel like on a top 4 site, you kind of know where everybody's going to be. You know, maybe you've got somebody down in the basement, maybe not, but other than that, it should be fairly dronable and keep your option to deal with the mirror.
Well, you know what they say about assumptions, Tim? Make an ass out of you and me. So you can assume they'll be in those places, but you've always got to verify and double check. That's what I think G2 will have to be careful of.
Come on,
here.
bro.
It's assuming you'll know a player will be at top library, a player will be on Mez.
Come on, Zach.
They're definitely there because Sky is here, is going quite aggressive on towards this Ivy window. Spoke about this one earlier on. But be so careful about that step forward. Stokey uses that scan as his move forward, but immediately they're at that window. This is what it means. They won't even let them breathe at this point. But Loira's in. Has got a freebie. Yes, flashed out by his teammate on the way through. He's got a kill off the back.
Get off my team, Doki.
Taken down by those cow can traps. It's a 4v4.
No,
That's
bro.
a problem. There's
Oh
something that
my.
they should be picking up. If you remember,
Come on, Laura, shine up.
The mirror windows. Asta's gonna use
What
it
happened?
absolutely.
Bro, they just sold
perfectly to
again.
take down yet another
Ow.
G2
They had a
mirror
first
versus
pick and then
GenG as
Doki
they
ran into a
managed to
cap can.
find deadshot in the melee there, but
I've got the diffuser.
1 minute 30 left to go. No diffuser in hand, as you quite rightly say. A phone call to their name, and that's about it. A flashbang. It's hardly much to build off.
Yeah, they've got to be careful. The guy that was floating around
They
the
can
mirror
grab
was there
that, right?
earlier. It's
Like
still
again?
likes to hang
Maybe
around
later.
this part of the map. You've got Azok's double back inside a solarium, so they try and get the diffuser here. They could be in a spot of bother. Need to be so careful.
Another one. No.
But wasn't aware about the second man. Double down inside a solar. Loira, 2 kills for his name already in the round. Has now got to find an extra 2 to close things out. He's got the time, 60 seconds to work with. But it's a tall order.
Easy, I'm sure you. I'll give you that down.
Just want to give nothing over to him here. Expecting someone to swing him. Absolutely are not. Has now recovered the diffuser. Can he get the plant down? Looks to try and do so. He's got to be careful of that soft wall behind him, by the way. Could get sprayed
Actually,
through
fire,
there.
yeah.
And surely now the movements start for these players.
They can win it.
Nako stepping his way
No,
forward.
they're gonna stop
Steps
it.
off at least for a second. Makes use of the fire extinguisher. Bit of a smoke screen coming out, but needs to isolate one of these 1v1s. But they're like,
No,
Can't
fuck.
quite find either of them until Nako
Bro,
steps
6-3
forward.
is horrible,
He finds
bro.
the kill. And GenG move up to match point.
This isn't looking
G2
good.
just not finding the responses, those kills coming in one after another, and you know, all of a sudden it's something that GenG have done so well. If you look back through this game, so
Okay, it's not over yet, chill.
might not be a huge advantage, but what they do is they get themselves into a stable position where it's 3v2 or 4v3, 2v1, and they always have, even if it's just one, they have that man advantage, and it means that they can play the trade game. We saw it. Alamau runs into Master, gets himself a kill. Doesn't matter because they step out from Solar. So a 3v2 becomes a 2v2, and within a second is a 2v1. And so again, they maintain that one-person advantage all the time, and the trade game has just been really, really nice from GenG. And, you know, I don't see the value that they really got out of the Dokkaebi. The calls, yeah, they're very, very powerful, but on a top floor site where everybody's going to play inside, you know you're not going to get too much value out of them. They knew where the Capcan was anyway. They got the kill on him. And I just think that mirror window has cost them the person on Solar Repel. And then look where the kills come from towards the end of the round. The player out in Solar. You know, had G2 been able to control that window, had they been able to control that,
bro, my parlay's about to chalk.
they'd maybe have been in a much better spot. But
did Doki know they had a Capcan and he died with it?
From behind
I don't
the
know.
mirror window that they have absolutely no way of dealing with. Big problem for G2, and I just feel like maybe the lineup wasn't quite tailored to what they were going to face.
And GenG want to get this one closed out ASAP as well. Interesting you take attack time up when really it's kind of handing over, I'd say, assistance to the other side here. They're the ones who need attack time out more than you. But they obviously want to plan something here to get this one finished and put G2 in an early grave today. Crazy, because again, looking at this game, it's one that are definitely looking towards G2 at face value, and maybe I could see it going to OT if they actually play out their absolute skins, but they've done just that. And now on the verge of taking all 3 points off G2, jumping over them in the standings. That's going to make our last few weeks incredible. Well, our last few days very exciting, because next week we've got 3 days.
They gotta come back here, bro.
Everything will be wrapped up and decided.
We need to come back.
Who goes through to
Badly.
We know what finals looks like. What's going to happen in the next 8 days or so, Tim?
Fuck it. Stompn ace. Secure my parlay.
We are. I think it's Tuesday that we're on. It's
Chat, who believes?
The table is just going to be an absolute maelstrom. I'll tell you that now when it comes to finishing.
Deadshot has 15 again.
Down to 6.
Bro, why are you rage
Those
baiting, bro?
three
Your parlays can hit.
places are going to be so heavily contested. It's going to be ridiculous. A lot of fun coming up. A lot of entertainment for us. G2 need 3 rounds in a row here to get themselves even back into this with a chance of winning it. You know, do I think G2 are going to be in danger of dropping out of a top 6 playoff spot? No, I don't. But let's not forget, those top 2 spots are valuable. They get you a bag through that first round. How about this? GenG are just doing what they want.
That's funny.
Passer out of the window, takes down Blast, back into safety again. Where's the trade from G2? Where's the team play? Where's the working together that GenG are showing us?
I think it's a bit
Is Blaz drunk?
Big time here, and they're being punished for it. Skies a bit of his own there as well, and trying to go aggressive on towards the office balcony. Both teams really working hard to keep the other out of the map is the key thing that I'll probably remark on as well. They do not want to give them an inch.
Come on, Zach.
It's like watching a game of Border where you're almost forced to challenge every window and doorway just to find any opportunity.
Stop saying that. You need a round to win.
I know. I'm saying, come on, Zach. Like what?
Chalet in a very, very similar way. It's been super aggressive.
Deadshot 15 and 6 at the minute. Absolutely
Yeah, keep blazing Deadshot.
Unstoppable right now. Whereas you just feel like Blaz is having another great game. I want to shout Blaz as it out. He's had a phenomenal stage 2. Really seems to have settled into his position at G2 now, and he's putting up good numbers. But around him, it's a little bit.
Laura, you know he's throwing a C4, Laura. Oh my.
Support. It needs somebody right now to step up. Deadshot manages to take down Doki. They did shoot out an Nitro there, but that's about as good as it's going to get for G2 as they find themselves 3 versus 5.
Come on.
To get in the building a little bit, but they managed to level it out.
Come on.
What happens?
Nice.
Even when it shakes down, it's still 3-2 for GenG. G2 need to prevent any trade coming in.
But the good one
Keep it at 2-2. Give yourself a chance.
Surely.
Live!
Surely they can't swing this one around, but they start doing it.
One more, Zach. One more.
Just
Come on, save me, Zachary. You're the only man who can save me.
We've seen GenG in the reverse of this one. We had that 2v2. They grouped up well. I want to see G2 look to do the same here. They've got the man advantage. They've got the numbers. A nade, another pull of those bots to go in.
One more.
You just need to know
one more.
There is at this point.
One more. One more. Please don't lose this. Please. I don't even care if Laura kills them.
25 seconds, they're going to push down together here. Could give an opportunity for Acer to go through them both together. He sprays down, gets neither, goes to the shot.
Let's go! One more to secure one.
Pick up Stompn, who closes
oh my god. Oh my god, am I going to get saved again?
For another round.
Fingers crossed.
Stompn with a big 3.
Oh my god. I need Stompn to get 1 to make both parlays to go over.
A climb to work their way back up here, but Tim, it could be yet another over.
One more.
If G2 can lock in and get this game back on their side.
Right? Wait, what's his line again? Is it 9.5 or is it 8.5?
Saw just how tight that round became overall.
Oh, I need 2? Well, okay, well, I need 1. I need 1 to make the other parlay go over. 1 from Alamo or Stompn.
Like they should be able to, given the way that they've played so far. You know, but equally, don't write G2.
16.
Looks like a local
place. Team at the minute that are seriously hot, and if they just find that bit, we saw it from Fnatic already, getting themselves back into it against Falcons. You know, if they just find that bit of momentum, and
1 more from Alamo or Stompn 2.
GenG could do with getting it done now. I think
come on, G2.
To getting back in striking distance, getting this round, going 6-5, only 1 round. They've also then got 2 in a row, 3 out of the last 4, and G2 start feeling themselves a little bit. You don't want that if you're GenG. Get it done now. No messing about. You mentioned the timeout. I'm not sure about the timing of it. I'll agree with you. I don't know how much good that's done for GenG, rather than just
1 from Stompn or Alamo or 2 from Stompn. Either one.
Keep doing what you're doing. You know, I'm sure the members of G2 might have been a little bit like, oh, you know, great, yeah, we'll take a chance at a tactic. You know, we'll take the opportunity for a tactical timeout. I think it might have come as a little bit of a surprise to them. It seems to have been a positive for them.
All right. Couple more rounds to go, G2. Otherwise, back it up.
They're going for a plant.
And it requires a moment of magic from one player on GenG. Not forgetting that it was Stompn in that last round with the 3K. Talked about it a lot during our Falcons Fnatic game, relying on individual players to be the heroes. Can't do it forever. Someone's going to have to step up at some point and make a mistake that just lets the other side completely sweep over them. For now, we're going to ourselves focus, Tim, of course, with the Flores on side of softening our way through all this juicy utility. Loki rolling them through and carrying away. Shields, barbed wire, anything he can get his mitts on. And probably also looking most especially for that bulletproof camera that could otherwise prove to be quite a nuisance.
Come on, baby.
Smoke canister going to go in. What are they going to play behind it? Of course, the glass looking through. I think GenG were just concerned about exactly what I was.
Alamo, get that kill, baby.
And that was somebody flying on inside of that smoke as it was. It was just to offer a bit.
Wait, nobody's baiting on top though, guys. Okay, Stompn, I don't mind this, Stompn. I don't mind this.
Not too worried about a whole map clearance or control here. Thinking rather about getting on inside.
Oh, I think he's stuck. Yeah, Stompn's fucked. Stompn's fucked. And Alamo's planning. He's dead. They're both dead. Both the people.
How did GenG get away with it?
They just showed my parlay. They just. They just showed my parlay. They just showed my parlay.
That was me. I asked about the crash shot.
Blaz, I'll suck a dick. Blaz, I'll suck your dick. I don't care.
Walking away with all of them. No way. It's deadshot to
Damn,
shut it
bro.
down. Stepping up to
Wait.
that 20 kill mark. I think he felt
The two people I needed to get a kill died first.
It's 3 points. They jump over G2. They take second place. What an outcome.
Yeah, that was a. I'm not gonna lie, that was a horrible play.
I mean, no, he was like a couple things off the point. I'm not gonna lie.
But it still would have been a 3v5. It would have been like hard.
They get themselves some really important points, and it just mixes that table up unexpected.
Yeah, that's the last parlay I'm ever doing.
Stick to your blackjack game.
Yeah, you know what I'm doing. Oh, looks like I'm not watching the last game. Only way I was watching the last game is if my parlay hit. Fuck everybody. You staying on Jer now?
Huh?
Are you staying on or are you about to play rank? What are you about to do?